So in this problem, you have to prepare abnormal loss account, process account, abnormal loss, abnormal gain, and normal loss account. Okay. So first we will be starting with the solution. So the basic format is ready. That means process account means you have debit side and credit side. Okay. So both the side are ready. Debit side, credit side, everything is ready. We'll start with the answer. Usually, you know very well that debit side we have to start with the unit introduced. So in this problem, it is given unit introduced is like how much? The 1,000 units at the rate of 3 each were introduced to process one. That means this is the process one account. So I'm writing process one account. And here you're going to write the two material introduced. Okay, material introduced. Either you can write material introduced or you can write material also. How many units? 1,000 units. And the rate per unit is rupees 3. So that rupees 3. So how much it is coming? 3,000 rupees. So 1,000 into 3, 3,000 rupees. Next is we have to write other expenses. If you take here, the other expenses are direct wages and direct material. Write the other materials to direct materials. The amount is, for the process one is 2,600 and two direct wages. So the amount is 2,000. So after that, it is given production overhead also. So the production overhead here it is given total amount, but in this problem they have given the clue for that only. How much is the percentage you can recover for each process? See, the production overhead is given recovered 100% of direct wages. So that means the production overhead will be the 100% of direct wages. Okay. So here 100% direct wages is how much? 2,000. So 100% direct wages will be again 2,000. Okay. 100% of direct wages. It's nothing but whatever is there, 100% of direct wages only. So you can use this. I'm going to give from where you got it means from here you got it. Okay. So 100% of direct wages. Next is first step is over. All the expenses and material, everything is given. The next step is you have to write the normal loss in the credit side. So by normal loss. Okay, I'm underlining the, I think if you have two types of normal loss, that is with weight wastage, only weight wastage will be there and scrap won't be there. And another one is with scrap. In this problem, it is given only the with scrap. See, it's given like percentage of normal loss as well as it is given the scrap value also. So you have only one type of normal loss. What is the percentage? It is nothing but for process one, 5%. So 5% of input unit, how much? That is 1,000 units at rupees 2. At rupees 2. So here the normal loss is how much? 1,000 unit into 5%. How much it is coming? 1,000 into 5%. It will be 50 units at the rate of 2. So 50 into 2 rupees, it will be how much? 100 rupees. Okay. So the 50 units at the rate of 2, the normal loss amount is 1,000 rupees. Sorry, 100 rupees. Okay. Step number 2 is over. What is the step number 3? Step number 3 will be you have to write the output. Okay. So check whether in this problem output is given or not. If output is not given, then we have to take the balancing figure as output. But in this problem, output is given. So we will be writing the output. So here it is given, see, output during the week is given 950, right, by process 2, as we are going to transfer, output transfer. Okay, output transferred to process 2. So what is the number of units? The number of units are 950. Okay, so step number 3 is over. Now what is the step number 4? Step number 4, balance only the unit column. Balance only the unit column. So if you check in this problem, this is 1000 and this side also 1000. So there won't be any balancing figure. So both the side it is tallied. 1000, 1000. So both the side it is tallied. If there is any difference, suppose if the balancing figure comes in the debit side, write it as 2 abnormal gain. The balancing figure comes in the credit side, so write by abnormal gain. But in this process, there is no loss, no gain. So both the side it is same total only. Okay. So if there is nothing is there, then directly you can balance it, and the balancing figure you can write it as a output amount. If suppose you got any like normal loss, abnormal loss or abnormal rate, then you have to follow the formula. So you know, remember well, no, that formula you have to use it. That means you have to use the formula of take the total expenses and minus the scrap value divided by total input units minus the normal loss unit and multiply by abnormal loss or abnormal gain units, you will get the amount. Then you can balance the balancing figure as a amount of output. Okay, that is cost of output you can see. So in this process, there is no abnormal loss, abnormal gain. So directly you can balance it and you will get the balancing figure, that is cost of output. Okay. So shall we take the total? What is the total this side? If the take total of this side is 9,600, writing the same in the credit side also 9,600, and the balancing figure will be how much? 9,500. Very important thing is, if in this problem, if they ask you to calculate what is the cost per unit means, then you have to use the formula and you have to find out what is the cost per unit. But in this problem, they have not asked you to what is the cost per unit. Otherwise, you have to divide this 9,500 divided by 950. So you will get the cost per unit. Nothing is given. So we are going to leave here itself. Okay. Shall we start with the next process? Yes, we are going to solve the next process. So create the format, keep it ready, then we can go for the next process. Now, next process, that is process 2, format is ready. I'm starting with process 2, account. Process 2 account. Here you can write, this is balancing figure. Okay, so that I wanted to change the color balancing figure so that it will be easy for you to identify. Okay, shall we start with the second process? Yeah, second process, always we have to write first item as the last process, that is previous process. Output will become input for this process. So you're going to transfer the output of the process 1 to process 2. So write the process 1. This is nothing but transferred from process 1. Okay, so how many units? See here 950 units are there. So that 950 units you are going to transfer here. Same way the cost also you are going to transfer, that is 9,500. Okay, next you are going to write remaining expenses. So what all are the other expenses you are having? You are having direct wages, direct material and production overhead. You see one by one. Okay, so write the expenses to direct material. How much is the direct material? 1,980. So write 1,980. Next is to direct wages. So what is the amount of direct wages? It's given 3,000 rupees. Write the 3,000 in the amount column only. Next is to production overhead. Okay, for the production overhead, there is a hint given that is nothing but 100% of direct wages. Okay, so in this problem, direct wages are 3,000. So here, so this I am going to take it as it is to 3,000. Okay, from where you got it, it's nothing but 100% of direct wages. Okay, so now the step number 1 is over. That is amount of input units and the input amount, everything is done. Then other expenses are over. Now the step number 2 is normal loss. So by normal loss. Okay, so in this problem for process 2, the normal loss is 10% and the scrap value is 4. So write within bracket 10% of input units at the rate of rupees 4. Okay. So here input units are how many? Should I take 1000 or should I take 950? So you have to take in this problem, this process, how much is the input unit? 950. Don't take the last process input unit. So this process 2 input unit will be 950. So you have to take 950 only. Okay. And at the rate of 4. So 950 into 10 percentage, how much it is coming? 95 units. And what is the rate? Rupees 4 per unit. So 95 into 4, how much it is coming? So multiply and write the amount 950. That means 95. 950 into 10, 95. Then 95 into 4. So 840 rupees is the scrap value. Okay, so step number, is it 840 or 380? Which one is correct? How much is the amount? The amount is 380. 380. Okay, so next is by output. So this output is you are going to transfer to the next process. What is the next process? That is process 3. Okay, this is nothing but step number 3. Output transfer. Next is process. So how much is the output for the process 2? The output is 840 units. So write the units column in the unit column 840 units. So 840 units. And what is the amount? I don't know. So what we have to do, as per step number 4, we have to tally the unit column only. Okay. So step number 1, write in the debit side all the input as well as the expenses. Step number 2, write the normal loss in the credit side. So the normal loss may be with scrap or without scrap. Sometimes both also will be given. So without scrap means then it will be called as weight loss. With scrap means we will be calling it as with scrap. Okay. So in this problem, without scrap is not given, only with the scrap is given. So I am writing that 10% of input unit at the rate of 4. So 95 units and the amount is 380. And step number 3, you have to write the output units. It's only unit. Unit will be given, amount will not be available. That we have to find out using some formula. Okay, and step number 4, you have to balance only the unit column. You have to balance only the unit column. Okay, so how you are going to balance? 950. Which side you are having highest total? So this side it is 950 and this side how much it is coming? It will be 935. So this side is the total more. So I'll be writing 950 this side also. And what is the difference? The difference is 15 units. So is it 15 units? Yes. Okay. So 15 units and that you can name it as by abnormal loss. If the balancing figure comes this side, you can write. That means in the balancing figure comes in the debit side, you can write abnormal gain. If the balancing figure comes in the credit side, you can write it as abnormal loss. Okay, so 15 units are the abnormal loss. So I'm going to change the color as you should know that this is the balancing figure. Okay, so this will be the balancing figure. Okay, now next is you have to know what is the value of the abnormal loss. So there is a formula you know very well. What is the formula? The formula is value of abnormal loss or gain. Both you can use the same formula only. Total cost, that is this debit side amount column. Total cost is simply, I can say that, take the debit side amount column. So minus value of normal loss, that is credit side amount column. That means amount column minus amount column. So minus, okay, amount column minus amount column. Next is you have to divide the input units. Input units are unit column. So 950 minus normal loss unit. Here normal loss is 295 units. Sometimes weight loss also will be given. You should take both. Weight loss as well as the scrap value. Both the units you should take and you have to minus it from the input units. Okay, then you multiply by abnormal loss or abnormal gain units, then you will get the amount of, that means value of abnormal loss, that is cost of, you can say either value or you can say cost. Okay, cost of abnormal loss or abnormal gain. Okay, so shall we calculate this problem? So what is the amount column? I'm going to calculate. So the total cost is like how much? All the debit side total 9,500 plus 1980 plus 3,000 plus 3,000, another 3,000 and minus the scrap value is 380 and divided by input units are 950 minus what is the normal loss units 95. So if you take then multiply by abnormal loss or abnormal gain account. So here it is abnormal loss. So this is abnormal loss. Okay, how much it is coming? Abnormal loss units are 15 units. So you are going to calculate how much. Okay, so if you take actually, if you take like this, it will be coming rupees 20 per unit and multiply by 15 units of abnormal loss equal to how much it is coming? Rupees 300. Okay, so I'm going to write the amount 300 in the amount column. Okay, from where you got it? It is very simple. This is got from this one only. Okay, so I'm getting this from here only. Okay, so it will be easy for you. Wait, guys. So you got this amount from here. Okay, so step number, that is value or amount or cost. You can use any word, value of abnormal loss, or you can use the word cost of abnormal loss or amount of abnormal loss. You can use any word. So both all are same. Okay, so once the cost of abnormal loss you know it calculated, then write the amount in the amount column. After that, you have to find out what is the value of the output. That means cost of the output. Very simple. Balance it. Whatever balancing figure comes, that will be called as process fees, the cost of the output. Or you can take, already you have calculated 1 unit is 20 rupees. So directly you can multiply by 840 into 20. It is up to you. Okay, so when it will be tallying, if it is a round figure, then it will tally. Sometimes it will come like a peak, like points, 21.6663, 662, like that. If it is coming like a points, that time it will not tally properly. So use always the balancing figure as a output. Okay, so when there is a round figure, you are getting cost per unit as a round figure, then you can multiply. But sometimes it will not come round figures, so that time better you can go for the balancing figure as a output value. Okay, so now you can take the balancing figure, take this side total. So this side total is how much it is coming? This side total 17,840. So same I am writing this side also 17,840 and the balancing figure is 16,800. This is nothing but the cost of the output. So I'm going to change the color as it is a balancing figure. So this is balancing figure. Okay, sorry, 17,480. This is typo error. 17,480. Okay, then the balancing figure is 16,800. Okay, so the process 2 is over. Next we are moving to process 3. So write the process 3 account, open the account and keep the format ready. Okay, the format is ready now. You can start the process 3 account. Okay, the first step, you have to write the input unit as the last process. That means previous process output will become input for this process. So to process, to account. Okay, how much? The last process value is 840 and the amount is 16,800. So 840 units at the rate of 16,800. The cost of the this process input item. Next is you have to write remaining expenses, that is direct to direct material account. How much is the direct material? We will see the problem and check. So third process, the direct material is 2,962. I'll be writing 2,962. The next item will be to direct wages account. How much is the direct wages? You can go to the problem and check. The direct wages are in this problem. The direct wages are 4,000 rupees. So I'll be writing same here, 4,000. Next is to production overhead. To production overhead. It's simple. Production overhead, which is 100% of direct wages. Okay, so this is simple. So I'm going to use this. So how much is the 100% of direct wages? Same thing I'm going to take. That is 4,000. Step number 1 is over. Then we are going for the step number 2 by normal loss account. Okay, so normal loss is how much? We can go and check the problem. So process 3, normal loss is 15% at the rate of 5. So write the 15% of input units, that means 840 at the rate of how much? At the rate of 5. Let me check once again. Yeah, at the rate of 5. Okay, at rupees 5. So first you should calculate what is the number of units. So take 840 and multiply by 15%. How much units? How many units you are getting? Again, I'm repeating, 840 units is the input units and the normal loss is expected normal loss 15%. So 840 into 15%, you're getting 126 units. Now you wanted to know what is the amount. Okay, so amount is nothing but 126 units multiplied by 5 rupees, you'll get the scrap value. That is 630 rupees. Okay, so 126 units at the rate of 630. Okay, so now step number 2 is over because you don't have any weight loss, only one normal loss is given. If weight loss is given, that also you can write and you will be writing only the units and the amount will become nil. Okay, so weight loss is not given. Then we are going for the step number 3. Step number 3 is by output. Okay, so here output you have to transfer to the next process, but there is no next process. This will be the last process. If it is last process, either it will go to the closing stock or you have to sell it. But in this problem, sales value is not given, so we are making it as closing stock. Okay, the closing stock is the last process output. So how much is the number of units closing processes? The output unit is 750 units in the process 3. Write the 750 units in the process 3. Okay. Step number 3 is over. Now step number 4, only balance the unit column. So unit column only you have to balance it. Check which side you are having more total. This side it is 840 and this side if you take it is coming I think more than 840. So credit side is the total is more. So 876 units and this side it is only 840. So write the same total in the debit side also 876 units and write the balancing figure as to abnormal gain account. So here the balancing figure is 36 units. So I have already changed the color. The balancing figure, wherever I have used the red color, that is nothing but balancing figure. Okay, so 36 units. So again I'm repeating step number 4. First you have to balance only the unit column. See, I am not writing the amount column. You have to balance only the unit column. So 876, write the 876, balance only the balancing figure of 36 will become abnormal gain. Now you wanted to know what is the value or cost of abnormal gain. So the cost of abnormal gain, again same formula we are going to use. So use the same formula. Okay. So what is the formula? The value or cost of abnormal loss or gain will be total cost. That means this side, debit side amount total minus the credit side amount total divided by input units 840 minus the normal loss units multiplied by abnormal loss or gain. Whatever it is, you can multiply, you will get it. Okay. Shall we start? Okay. So now I am going to start with the, is it 36 or 38 guys? It's 126, no? Okay. So guys, I'm going to copy this formula. It is not copied properly. So again, I'll be copying this formula. So now we will be writing, this is nothing but in this problem you got abnormal gain. So cost of abnormal gain equal to how much? Wait. I'm going to take this amount 16,800. You are faster than me. I know that. But give me time. You are very fast. Give me time. 2,962 plus 4,000 plus 4,000 minus the value is 630 divided by, okay, divided by 840 units minus 630 units. Okay, if I take, I'm getting cost per unit is rupees 38. 38 multiplied by abnormal gain unit is 36. So 38 into 36 is rupees 1,368. Right? 1,368. So I will be writing the amount in the amount column 1,368. Okay. Step number 4 is over. Step number 5, balance it. The balancing figure will become the value of the output unit. Okay. So here not 630, 126. Okay. So now the value of the balancing figure. So first you should take the total of this. How much it is coming? The total of this side. The total of this side. You take the total and write the total in the side. 29,130. Write the same this side also 29,130. And write the balancing figure. That balancing figure is 28,500. This is not even cost of the closing stock. Okay. So, for your reference. Okay. So any doubt in this case? 28,500 and the total is 29,130. Okay. So process 3 is over. Now we have to open the what else? Abnormal loss account, abnormal gain account, and normal loss account. Okay, shall we start? We can open the account, be ready with the format so that we can finish the abnormal loss or abnormal. Now the format of abnormal loss is ready. Okay, so first wherever, that means three processors are there. So wherever the abnormal loss is there, you have to transfer in the opposite side. So when we go and check in process 1, do you have any abnormal loss? No. In process 2, do you have any abnormal loss? Yes. Which is in the credit side and you have to transfer in the opposite side. So write this debit side to, from where you are transferring process to account. Okay, how many units are process 2? That is 15 units are abnormal loss, and the cost of abnormal loss, that means material, wages, everything you have involved for this 15 units are 300 rupees. So 15 units at the rate of 300. That means this much you have involved. Okay. So there is like expenses incurred for this 15 units are 300, but the 15 units are become abnormal loss, which you cannot sell it for 300 rupees. If you have to sell it for the scrap value only. Okay. So as soon as you finish this one, you have to convert this into normal loss. That means this is not valuable for 300 rupees because it has become loss. So then you have to convert into normal loss. Okay. So buy cash. Okay. Why I am writing cash? Why? Because this you are going to sell it. You are going to sell it. It has become normal loss. Okay. There are two ways you can write. Either you can write it as buy cash or you can write it as buy normal loss so that you can transfer this from here to that side. That means normal loss account. There are two ways. Again, I'm repeating. Either you can transfer from here to there or better you can write buy cash because we are going to sell this unit as a normal loss unit only. So you can write it as buy cash for how many units? So totally 15 units, which is lost and which I cannot transfer to the next process, but it has become normal loss. That means you can sell it for a particular scrap value. So in process 2, what is the scrap value? 4 rupees. For the same 4 rupees only you can sell it. Suppose if they have given some value for this abnormal loss, you can take. Otherwise, nothing is given, then abnormal loss should be converted into the same process. Whatever scrap value is given, same scrap value you have to take. So cash, how many units? 15 units goes into scrap value. Scrap, okay, scrap value of process 2. Okay. So why? Because this is happen in the process 2. So I can take the process 2 scrap value only. Okay. So it will be easy for you. It is not necessary for you to write in the exam. Okay. You don't need to write it in the exam. It's only for your reference book. Okay. So can you check in process 3 also you have abnormal loss? No. In the process 3 there is no abnormal loss. If it is given, then you can write here to process 3 and opposite side, that means credit side, you can write buy cash and the value, that is whatever number of units and multiply by scrap value, then you can write the answer. So now here, can you tell me what is the value? 15 units, scrap value of process 2 is how much? Rupees 4. Rupees 4. So 15 into 4 will be 60 rupees. 60 rupees. Okay. So I am writing this for your reference purpose only. Okay. Next is you have to write the balancing figure. That's all. Because in process 3 there is no abnormal loss. So I am going to balance it. This side 15 units and the amount is 300 rupees. And this side is 15 units and the amount is 300 rupees. It's nothing but you have invested. That means you have involved the material, wages, production overhead, like this. All the expenses for 15 units is 300. But out of 300, I can realize only the scrap value of 4 rupees, that is 60 rupees. And the remaining will be called as loss that can be transferred to P&L account. So by P&L account, this is nothing but balancing figure. So usually we will be writing it as B bar F, no, balancing figure. So unit column is nil and only the amount column is coming 240 rupees. That is the balancing figure which you can transfer to P&L account. Okay, so it's nothing simple. This is the amount cost involved for 15 units, but I cannot realize this. I can realize only the scrap value because it has become abnormal loss because the quality may be gone or something happened to that particular unit. So that can be sold for scrap value only. And the unit 2, that means process 2 unit scrap is rupees 4 only. So you can multiply this number of units and you can sell it for 60 rupees. Actually, the cost involved is 300 and you can realize 60 rupees. That means remaining 240 will be the net loss which you can transfer to P&L account. Okay. So the abnormal loss is done. Now we are moving to abnormal gain account. Open the abnormal gain account and be ready. Abnormal gain account, the format is ready. First you check in process 1, do you have any abnormal gain? No, there is no abnormal gain in this process 1 account. In process 2, no. Why? Because in process 2, you have got a abnormal loss. Okay. In process 3, yes, you have abnormal gain. So in the process 3, the abnormal gain is in the debit side and you have to transfer to credit side. So by process 3 account, so how much? 36 units and 36 units and at the rate of 1368. Okay, so now actually this 36 units are gain, but you have already included in the normal loss. You told that it will be sold for rupees 5 as you are expecting as a loss. But now you cannot sell this 36 unit at the rate of 5 because it has become gain. So you can sell it for this much only, not for 5 rupees. Okay. So whatever you have written as abnormal loss, that means you told that it may be converted into 5 rupees that you are going to cancel it. So you are going to write in the opposite side, whatever the abnormal gain, which I cannot consider as normal loss. So you're going to cancel it as 2 normal loss account, that is scrap value. You are going to cancel scrap value. You're going to cancel that units. So how many units? 36 units. And what is the scrap value? The scrap value of this one is, the scrap value is at the rate of rupees 5. So 36 units at the rate of 5 is how much? 36 into 5 rupees. Okay. 180 rupees. 180 rupees. That's all. You can balance it. Whatever balancing figure comes, that you can transfer to P&L account. That you can transfer to P&L account. Okay. So I'll be writing, this side is the highest total. So 1368 and write 1368 and the units are same 36 and 36 and write the balancing figure as 2 P&L account, that is balancing figure. Okay, the amount will be 1188, 1188. So this is the balancing figure. This is the net gain you can transfer to abnormal. That means from abnormal gain account to P&L account. Okay, not only this, we have to open the normal loss account also. Shall we open the normal loss account? Now the normal loss account format is ready. So first you should always like transfer all the normal loss from all the process from credit side to debit side. So if you take in process 1, you have by normal loss 50 units, 100 rupees. So I'm transferring this side. So to process 1 account, that is 50 units at the rate of 100. Next is to process 2 account. So in process 2, what is that? 95 units and 380 rupees. 95 units and 380 rupees. Next, to process 3 account. So in process 3, what is the normal loss? 126 units and 630. 126 units and 630. Correct? 630. This side, if you take like in abnormal gain also, one normal loss is there. This is nothing but you have cancelled. Am I right? So that you are going to write it the opposite side. So by abnormal gain account, that is 36 units at the rate of 180. So remaining whatever is there, that you are going to sell it. That is called as cash account. Okay. So these all are the accounts. If you take in all this, you're going to expect, you are expecting this much will become, this much will become, but you have not sold it, because if you are selling, you have to write it as cash. But here you are writing it as, this is the expected loss, expected loss, expected loss. So in this expected loss this much, but unexpected gain is this much, that you have already cancelled here. Now you can convert all this into cash. So very simple, you can take the balancing figure and that can be converted into cash. So take total, what is the total of this side, unit column? So 11, what is the total of this one? 371 units. 371 or 207? Right, 271 units. Right, this side also 271 units. That means you have expected that 271 units will become normal loss. But out of that, 36 units has become abnormal gain. So remaining how many units you can sell it for cash? You can sell it for cash is 271 minus 36 units. That means you can sell only 235 units as a normal loss for a scrap value of how much? So total of this one is, so 0, and the balancing figure is, how much is the balancing figure? This is the balancing figure, that is 930 rupees. So you can get the cash out of this normal loss, that is scrap values, even though it is 110, that means 1110. Out of that, I cannot convert this 36 units, as I cannot sell it for normal loss because it has become gain. So I can get only 930 rupees as cash. Okay, so this is balancing figure, which can be taken as money, and the money can be put it in the box. Okay, so this is the normal loss account.